All right, we are back with a Ford Transit super roof, not a high roof, a super roof. It is 2025. I don't think they've made any prior to this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to have to template it because I don't believe that I've been able to find a good template. I think Pro Vehicle Outlines had one the last time I saw, but we're going to do it all of ourselves. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this into Illustrator because I had a friend of mine take a really good picture of it as a side profile. I'm going to hit Control C and hold it in my clipboard. I'm going to come to my new Photoshop document and type in 148 because that's the wheelbase, and we'll go with 120 here so that we have at least a decent amount of height here. Making sure it's copied to my clipboard, paste it in, make it nice and big. Then I'm going to take my center caps here and I'm going to align them to the edges of the artboard, the canvas. And I'm just going to dial it in. Here I'll hit enter once that's straightened out. And then I'm going to have to expand this artboard, but first I'm going to put down some grid lines to mark where exactly my wheelbase is. Right here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to expand the canvas to 220. It wasn't enough. I got to go a little bit more. So origin that side, probably go up to 260, let's call it. Yep, that'll be good. And then I'm going to crop this down. Crop down the whole canvas here just to make sure that everything looks all right and tight. This is a great way to present something to a client or a customer. There you can take the grid lines off, the extras. I got rulers up here that you can put on and off. I believe you can put it on with Control R or Control R and toggle it on and off there. So now I'm going to take my layer one. Let me get rid of this background layer here. Trash it. Yep. And I'm going to take this layer one. I'm going to call it OG. That's what I call all my background layers. Duplicate it again, turn it off. I'm now going to make this called multiply. Select that layer, make sure it's under the layer style multiply. Then I'm going to make this one mask. And I'm going to be able to now use my polygon tool to be able to trace the entire thing. And it's good to do it this way. This way you can see the entirety of body lines and everything else in there. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now, I'm not actually going this fast. I wish I was, but that was just a time lapse. So we come back into this and we have our whole image cropped out on the perimeter, knowing that that's all the wrappable space that we're going to have. And so we zoom back in to our handle and our rocker, and that seems to be the only two things that we really have to mask out. But as for now, the whole perimeter has the marching ants around it. We got our handle here. We're going to hit Alt, and we're going to subtract it out of the original. And what's great about this is it stays in the foreground. It stays in your first layer as your mask. And you'll see that at the end when I show these layers. This wrap is actually going to have a blue gradient on it, and so I'll be able to show that in the next video here. I do believe that I use the plus button here instead of the alt button, and I add instead of subtracting, um, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's actually it's decent enough to practice your tracing of everything every once in a while. The polygon tool is a very nifty tool. It's only used for straight lines, and I like to use it to crop out everything so that you can pick certain points and exactly how you'd like to see them um, cut out of this accordion folder that you're creating of images. Yep, that was where I just realized that I cropped it out using that. I'm going to speed this up for you real quick just because I am showing you twice. So now that that's done, what this gives you the ability to do is, even though this spot is white, it's okay. Now we can go into our layers and group them so that we can make a template group. And so what I like to do is I'll click the top one, hold shift, click the bottom ones, name this entire group template, and then what I like to do is right click, go down to color, and select red. And from now, I like to take my rectangle, make it the whole size of the canvas. It's going to be blue from what I believe this project is. Actually, let's make it 100% cyan. I remember that was a requirement. Even though it's going to be a gradient, we'll just do this for now. And then this wonderful magic trick happens once you set it up all correctly. Bam. I'm going to have another video posted on this as a part 2. Keep a lookout for that, and it'll be about print layout and production. Thanks for watching.